quickly let you know we're live on Facebook. You can check us out on Facebook or on YouTube. Let me say hello to this lady, Christine Jacobs. Hello to you.
Good afternoon, Marco. Good afternoon, all the listeners, all the family and friends of CCFM. Good afternoon. It's so nice to be here with all of you. And thanks for having me, Marco.
It's actually weird talking to you like this, but this is the new way we're doing it. So we live
Yes.
via StreamYard, so you can check us out on Facebook as well as on YouTube. And so good to be with you. This is the community slot, of course, and I love to deal with community issues. And just for the record, this is my sister-in-law. I'm
Yay.
not doing her any favors, though. It's all about what she does in the community. And you may have seen her on our different or at least when she was here with Dr. Donovan Jacobs, we were talking on marriages. So we never covered this aspect of what she does. She's a woman of many talents, of course. And so today we're talking about now bold relationships, also known as NBR for short. So Christine, tell us a little bit more about NBR. When and why did you start it?
Yeah. Marco, when you ask me when and how did we start it, or did I start it, NBR is not about me. NBR started like almost more than 20 years ago. And it started with a whole lot of youth that we were involved in. My husband, your brother, and myself, and a few others. And we started with a whole lot of youth and looking at their needs and what they needed at that time. We were interacting, having fun, and then we were working already. And then we realized that some of these youth really needs. There's something more that they need, and this is how NBR started. And NBR stands for Now Build Relationships, but the first NOW is for No Opportunity Wasted. And this is really what NBR is standing for, that we don't waste any opportunity. If we see a need, we go into it. And when we started out NBR, it was all about how we could assist and how we could help. And then the need just became too much. We couldn't help anymore because we did everything out of our own pockets. We used to work, and whatever money was left over, we would pour it into the youth. We would take them on hikes, on camps. We would look after them if they need anything at school, a meal, you name it. That is what we did. But it was all fun at the time. We really enjoyed ourselves doing it. And still, this is what we're doing at the moment.
I love the fact that you have a heart for the community, and it's not something that you often talk about. I want to let the listeners in on what I saw the other day. I think your husband, Dr. Donovan, also did a beautiful thing when sharing about the experience. I'm not sure where. I think you were at Salauri's Pass, right?
We were in Salauri's village, yes.
Yeah, so
Just
you
before
were
Salauri's Pass, yeah.
your husband says my gibbous on YouTube. But I think the beautiful thing what he did was he showed a lot of restraint and a lot of respect for the people of the community by not showing the faces of the kids,
Yes.
not wanting the recognition of what you guys were doing there. And it speaks to the heart of not just NBR, but and the ecclesia community and all of that. But I think it's important that we, and I always use this word a lot with the NPOs as well, that we need to look after the dignity of people, because we do not know who we're dealing with. We do not know if it's the future
Right.
president of South Africa
That's
when
right.
we're dealing with these kids that we deem less privileged. Let's use that term.
Yeah.
Tell us why that is so important, that we need to look after people in a way that we want to treat them essentially the way we want to be treated.
Yeah, that's right. My husband said it so aptly on Sunday. We want to treat people the way God treats us, and how God expects us to treat others. So this is how we treat them, how God treats us. And when we got to the home on Saturday, we took a whole lot. Not on Saturday, it was on, when was Youth Day? On Tuesday
the
or Wednesday.
Wednesday.
And we took a whole lot of our youth with from this
Yeah.
side.
Yeah.
And when we got there, some of them were so emotional looking at those little ones. And it was so beautiful to see that we could still touch our own youth. We could touch their heart by opening their hearts to others. And this is the reason why we took them we took the youth with. You're talking about dignity, Marco. I believe this is how I want to be treated. If somebody gives me something, I want to know that
Yeah.
you're not going to put it on the newspapers, on the news everywhere, but that's the dignity that we have to keep of our children, of the people, whoever we give a hand up to. And some of those kids are so fragile. You know, we didn't want to show, and you know us. We up to today we didn't want to be in the newspapers. We don't want to show anything what we're
Yeah.
doing.
Yeah.
And when we went up there looking at those little ones, they were as small as 1 year old, 2 year olds, up to 11-year-old or 12-year olds that we were interacting with. And when we came there, I just want to share this one boy, he went to go and sit in a corner crying because this one of the children ran up to him. And you know, that is what, when you go to a home, some of those children haven't been in contact with outside people for, or even their own families for more than a month. Some of them have been taken away from their families. And it's those sad stories that we went into this space. We just wanted to go and bless them. We took some onesies with. I've asked one of the ladies in our community to make onesies for all the kids in the home. So we took onesies to them, stationery to them, and some of the kids played ball with them. We took them a pot of food as well. We had lunch with all of them. So it was a beautiful, beautiful youth day.
Whoa, whoa,
What
whoa,
an
whoa. I saw something
outcome.
else with that lunch. I saw a hell of a long Gatsby rol waar ek ons los daai vir 'n ander tyd. You guys don't tell
That
people
was the
about
after
that.
party.
I saw it. But I think it's important to be part of community. And I think your husband always says something about community always. I always, God first, community always.
Always, yes.
And and we got to look at that. We can't just talk community. We have to showcase to people what it is to be community. And I love the fact that you guys speak into youth. And now, when I look at some of the young adults in your church now who
Yeah.
was youth that were invested in, and I see the maturity in them and how they are paying it forward. Isn't that the goal of getting kids from potential to purpose?
That is really amazing, Marco, of what you're saying there. You know, some of the youth of the yesteryear's youth, they're not youth anymore. They now more than young adults. They just, some of them are over 40, some of them are under 40. Most of them went to go study, you know, and if we talk about youth, we've sure, Marco, if you talk about youth, we believe that this is how we grow our own children as well. We rear them from an early age. We put into them the things that we would put into adults. We teach them, we mentor them, but more than just mentor, we model to them our lives. And most of those youth are on the board as well now of NBR. They went to go study. Some of them are still studying. Some of them at the university level at the moment. So it's a real feather in our cap when we look at them and know that we've grown with them. You
Mm.
know, from 15, 14, 15, 16, we got them. Some of them are 35 already, 36. That age, I don't want to name names. They have their own
I
children, they
do
have their own names, their own
I can do
homes
that.
as well. So,
I don't have to threaten to do it. I can do it. But anyways, it just speaks still
yeah,
to just the work that somebody's put in into the lives of these children, and it is an example of what can be. And so when we
yeah,
look at when people like yourselves, as part of NBR, goes out to go and clothe children, and especially school children, we know what a uniform does to kids,
so,
what school shoes does. You see it firsthand for yourself. It's not something that you talk about, and again, not a lot of people would know what
yeah,
you're about. But when you go in there and you go and hand over a pair of school shoes or a new uniform, just maybe you want to explain to the people just the reaction to that and what it really means to those who do not have.
sure. Marco, a couple of years ago when we started this Dress for Success, when you look at the little ones, if you look at their eyes, you look, sometimes you see tears coming, you see that bright smile when they see, especially the shoes, because some of
Mm,
them, they've got
mm,
holes in their shoes. They've got shoes that's been handed down to them now for
yeah,
a couple of years already. And just to put a pair of new shoes in their hands, to put a new school dress in their hands, to put a school bag in their hands. We're busy with this school bag project as well. Just to put all of those things in their hands, you know, the brightness in their eyes and in their face, amazing, Marco. I would do it all over again. And I would fly under the radar as well, all over
yeah,
again, Marco. For me, it's not about a pat on the back or a thank you that we get from the principal or the children or the parents so much. But it's really just to see that glint in their eye. That's thank you enough for us.
yeah,
You
yeah.
know, and yeah,
I love it, and the fact that it's called now bold relationship, and also no opportunity
yeah,
wasted in the first NOW. I love that, and we got to build a relationship, and I think in God's kingdom, it's about relationships, and we never know who we're gonna need. The hands that we shake. Oh, okay. Previously, the hands that we could
yeah,
shake before COVID, we just don't
yeah,
know who it is that we're helping or who's going to help us down the line as well. But I do
that's right.
believe that we need to invest and we need to learn to invest because sometimes we're so insular in terms of looking at ourselves first.
Mm,
Um, but it doesn't benefit us to keep it all to ourselves because at the end of the day, when we do not
yeah.
invest, what are we left with in terms of the next generation? We can talk about this generation and what's to come, but if we don't invest now, what does your old age look like if you've not spoken into the lives of the young people?
That's right. That's right, Marco. We believe in investing in our youth in today because we believe our youth today is the leaders not only of tomorrow, but they are the leaders of today. And we have to invest in them. We look at our own children. We've your own, you know, your brother is. He's been investing in his own kids from an early age.
Mm,
The type of language that he teaches them from kindergarten already is the language that he's been taught at work level, at PhD level. So I believe in that. You know, we have young leaders around us. You'll see all the guys around us are mostly under 40. So we believe in investing in our youth today, but we invest in them where we rear them as a leader. We
mm,
don't rear them for the leaders for tomorrow. We rear them for the leaders for today. Because that
mm.
is really, if you look at the presidents of this world, most of them are over 80. Some of them are close to 90.
Yeah,
They're making a mess up of this world at the moment. So we need to get our youth in there. We need to get our youth into parliament, but we need to start at an early age with them. You know, we
yeah.
have to put in the right things in them
I love
at
what
that
you say.
level.
I love what you're saying. I always would say, I know a lot of people say the youth, they are our future. I'm saying they are right now. And if we don't
Right
speak
now.
into them
That's right.
right now, we don't look to the capabilities that they have now and you guide them and you nurture. That's our
Yeah,
job. It's our
that's
job
right.
to guide and nurture. But
Yeah,
listen, we can speak forever. That's why I've got a
sure.
problem with you,
No.
Jacobs. Is listen, um,
No, this is our passion, Marco. This is our passion.
julle kan lank praat jong julle
Yeah.
mense met Jacobs is maar dis die ding. I need to find out from you just in terms of volunteering, other opportunities for people to volunteer, and then just after
Yeah.
that, you need to give us some details of how people can contact you.
Yeah, sure, Marco. There's a whole lot of opportunities. We do all our work, whatever we do on project basis. So, be it the Dress for Success, we do that on quarterly basis, but we work right through the year on those projects. We right now we can't do it out of our own pockets anymore. So we need to get sponsors, funders. We need to get investors, those who want to partner with us. Like I said earlier on, we also busy with a a bag project where we have two types of bags that we manufacture ourselves. It's the Valiant bag and the Beetle bag. So the Beetle is for the little ones, and the Valiant bags are for the high school children as well. So this is also what we do. So we do need volunteers, but it's on a project basis. We also hand out. I don't want to say hand out, but we do school feeding projects as well, programs where we will go to the schools, we will feed them, where we hand out bread sometimes. Wherever there's a need, we go into that area. And Shumako, there's such a lot. We have the music tuition fees as well. Students that's at university level that really needs tuition fees, we do that. I don't want to say we do that. If we see the need, we will try and meet the need. So we need funders for that as well. So whoever is out there who's listening, who's hearing my voice, who feels the heartbeat, this is all about our youth of today. We need to invest in our youth for today. And we cannot do it without finances. And so I will connect with corporates. Whoever is hearing me right now, if you're a corporate, if you're a private investor, NBR is the place to put your funding into. It's a good place to invest into.
Good punt over there, Christine Jacobs. So now you got to give them details of how they can connect with you then.
Yes, definitely. You can write directly to me or inbox me at christine@nbrconnections.org. And Christine, you spell CHRISTINE, and it's NBR Connections, one word, .org. You can also go onto our website, www.nbrconnections.org, or you can write to us at info@nbrconnections.org as well. So you're more than welcome to contact me directly and have that conversation.
It's that simple. I'm putting just that email address on screen, Christine@nbrconnections.org. It's as simple as that. That should lead to all those where NBR is concerned. Go check out their website, nbrconnections.org as well. Christine Jacobs, it was a definite pleasure chatting to you here.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Marco Jacobs. This was amazing. I want to say thank you to all our listeners and everybody who's going to connect with NBR Connections, and also all our funders and sponsors who's listening to me. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Awesome. And so we're doing it a brand new way here on CCM. I got to see Christine Jacobs on the other side. So I want to say thank you to you, and God bless you, and God bless the hands of your work and your endeavors.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Marco. God bless you. Thank you.
You too. Bye-bye. So that was Christine Jacobs of NBR. Check her out. Email her, Christine@nbrconnections.org. And also check out that website, nbrconnections.org as well. With that, I need to go to a break. It was fantastic, of course, doing that interview. But I'm about to get to some music, and it is by JJ. It's called Hallelujah featuring Neville D. With that, I'll be back in a bit.